Hello everyone, this is Barb again, and I'm back with another card, a different style, if you will. This is called a book bind card style, if you will. So what that means is here you have like an inch, well actually, let me measure. Yes, it's an inch and a quarter. Fold right here. And then when you open it, it has like a book, like a binding, if you will, which is really cute. Then it gives you room to do a ribbon. If you don't care to do a ribbon, you could put some kind of different decorations on there, or you could leave it blank, or pattern paper if you wanted to make it separated a little bit. But isn't this really cute? I've seen this done with several other, it's not my original idea, but it is my own design. So anyways, I just wanted to show it to you. The die that I'm using is this die, and this is from Recollections. Again, I've purchased a lot of these dies several years ago, so it may not be available any longer. Recollections, and I'm not sure where I did pick it up. It could have been Tuesday Mornings or possibly Michael's, since they carry Recollections, but I don't see a website. Just that it works with all die cuts. Distributed by Distributor Pro in Irving, Texas. So I'll see if I can locate it. That's about all the information they've given. So I've got a couple of them that are like this, which makes me think I bought them either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Tuesday Morning. So, but anyways, I wanted to show it to you. It's very cute. It does cut out, so it cuts the whole square. Excuse me. And you can put a backing. So I backed it with a darker green color. And then I also did a frame piece in black. And then I added some pearls to give a little bit of dimension. But I thought it turned out really, really cute. Just a thank you note. Just really sweet. And then on the inside, black framing trim. And then the matching card stock. And then a couple of stamps that I have. And as we go along, I'll show you those. So I thought we'd make another one, and then I also stamped and embossed on the outside of the envelope. So this is a great size. I really, really like it. I thought it turned out really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We're going to probably do it in a different color. I'll put it right there so you can continue looking at it. And then, so I've already cut out everything, and let me know if you want to see me cut things out. I can do that. I always like put everything ahead so the video is not so long, and you can kind of watch how I put it together. So again, that's what I've done, but I wanted to show you. So we want to start with our cardstock, which starts with a 11 by 9 inch cardstock. So actually this was 12 inch, so I had to cut it down. This is that linen paper again. So this will be 11 by 4 1/4 cardstock, normal. And you want to cut it down to, score it. Cut it down to 11 by 4 1/4. And then you want to score it at 5 to make the cardstock fold in half. And then before you do that, you want to score it again. My scoreboard's not long enough. This is a mini one at 6 3/4 inches. So 5 1/2 scoring and 6 3/4. And then what you want to do, I've got it kind of started here, because with the ribbon sometimes it's hard to keep that to do that and make it work. So I've already put on here this black strip, so that gives you a I'm sorry, a 1-inch cut, if you will. Well, actually 1 3/4. Yes, 1 3. So that gives you a 1 3/4 inch fold here. So what we want to do is do a 1 by 4 inch black strip, which I've already put down, and then the ribbon of your choice. So we're doing this in a copper front on this one. So when I do that a lot. I get creative and I just start cutting things out, and then I try and put them together later. So that's where we are with this. So I put the ribbon down, and then I wanted to tighten it. You want to tighten it. It's just a little bit loose. And the ribbon, I cut 15 inches, and then I just cut off just a little piece on each end. So 15 inches of ribbon is about what you want to do to take it all the way around. Now you could take it all the way around like I did on both of these, so it's inside, or you could just do it around the little black strip, whichever you want to do, if you want to do ribbon. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and close this up now that we've got our ribbon in, and seal it up. So what I like to do is just run, oops, I got that upside down maybe. There we go. On either side. And I already put it down the side of the ribbon. So we've got 3 strips of glue there. So we just want to push this down. And I like to take my little glue, two-sided back sheet and do that. And that gets that nice and solid. So your ribbon's not going to go anywhere. Now, if that bothers you moving, I kind of like it. It gives a little bit of depth. You can put a little glue dot there too to keep it in place. But I kind of like it loose a little bit. But when you do a knot with a smaller, sometimes you don't get it as tight as this one is really tight. But the thinner ribbons, sometimes it's hard to tighten up and get it tight. But if you want, you can put a little strip of glue there. But I think it'll stay. So then our next piece, what we want to do is, so again, I cut the die in the copper paper stock. And then the backing is a really light glitter paper. So it's just a really light one, and it has it's double-sided. So what we're going to do first is put our black square down, our black trim here. Now this is a 4, so you want to cut 2 of these black trim, or whatever your trim, your bonnet, your first layer is going to be. And this is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. So you want to cut 2 of those. 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, because we're going to do one on the inside like we did here on the inside. Now this, we use the dark green. We didn't do black, but on this one, and as you can see here, or I'm sorry, no, it is black. The dark green is inside here. So it is black. So 2 of these 4 by 4s. And so let's get that one down. Or actually, I think what I would rather do is maybe put this on first. And then this, whatever you do, if you do a die cut or if you do printed fabric, whatever your next layer is, you want to cut that at 4 by 4. So it's just an 1/8 inch smaller than your black cardstock. So let's peel this off. Again, sometimes these are, so this is double-sided. And then we just want to center this, push these off. And I like to line up my squares the best I can and see if I can find the center. So let's do it right here. Okay, so we'll just center this best we can. So you just want 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Oops. I know, let me stand up. So sorry, sometimes it's hard to get it exact. So let's just do it this way. After a while, you get used to these. They, you know, it's used to make me very nervous, but, you know, there we go. Get it nice and centered. Isn't that pretty? This copper paper. So, again, we have such beautiful papers to work with. What a blessing, huh? All right, so now we're going to put this one on the front of our card. And then we'll just tape it around. I like to get all 4 corners so you don't have any peeling, especially when these cards are moving a lot. And believe me, people will do that. They'll enjoy them, and you want them to definitely stay together. So very important to get your, and then we just want to center this. Okay, and there goes that one. Now this one, I don't think I'm going to put pearls on. It just is so gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Just a really nice, glitzy, beautiful thank you card. And then on the inside, what we want to do here. Now I thought we would do the inside, do some embossing. I really, really enjoy doing embossing, and I think it just pops up. I mean, this is gorgeous too. This is just a regular ink, but I thought I would go ahead and do some embossing on that. It's hard to keep that one open, so we'll do it that way. So first of all, we want to take our, because what I did was use the cream color cardstock. And we want to do the embossing first. You can do it after it's all done, and I have been known to do that, but I think let's go ahead and emboss it first. So the embossing I have here is copper. It's called Copper, and it's by Nouveau. Love Nouveau. I bought quite a bit of these. They're really cute, and I purchased it from Stampbook.com, sorry. But this again is your powdered Nouveau glitter embossing powder, not glitter, I apologize. It's embossing powder. And they come in all different colors and the cutest little bottles that you can find. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have the right side. And then you want to take your dusty pad and just make sure you get off all the oils and everything. And then first one we want to do, I like to do the centerpiece first. So that, we're going to use the same one, and I already have it all set up here for us. So this is the one. You are positively the greatest. And so if anyone is new at embossing, so once you do that, I use 2 coffee filters. And the reason I use 2, I use one to pour it in first. And I like to get this ready first. Make sure your gun is on. And embossing gun, and just want to stamp this, and I'll just put it right there. And let's see here, got a lot of things here. So the color that we're going to use is the copper. I'm sorry. So we're going to do Versamark. I always like to use Versamark. So when you have your embossing powder in a color, then you just, all you need is your Versamark. So hopefully you can see this here. I'm so sorry if I get out of frame. Okay. And then we want to this over here. Center that. And then you want to leave enough room, so just kind of in the center, and then we can add, you know, something on the top part. So looks like our center is going to be just about, let's see, I want to make sure I have enough on. Never can get enough Versamark, so I just do it this way. And I do have a stamping, want to make sure we get it right side up, and then we'll just put it right here. Because you can always add a note or write on this side of the card too. So I always think, you know, it's always fun to finish the inside. And then, okay, so we'll just press down on that. Get a nice watermark. Okay, I think we're good. And then I'll bring over my coffee filter with my embossing powder and just be real generous, and then just kind of let it walk down. And then sometimes, even though you dusty, it sometimes picks up, especially this paper. It's linen texture. I think that looks good. And then I just lightly blow it. And so the second coffee filter, I use this. I usually stick my bottle there. And then that way, if anything spills out, everything is contained in your filters and you don't have to worry about it. So that looks good. This is really, really nice embossing powder. I really, really enjoy using it. And this will last forever. I have some bigger bottles of the glitter from Nuvo, but okay. So I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my, it looks like we got a little bit fell off there on that Y or V. I'm sorry. Let me just try this. Sometimes when you move it, if it's, let's try it a little bit more right there in the center. There we go. Much better. And when you have really fine embossing powder, this one doesn't say fine, but it really looks very fine. It doesn't say fine on the bottle, but it is very fine. Let me turn on another light here. There we go. All right, so there's our embossing. And then I'm going to turn my gun on. And if you're new to embossing, this, I always like to show it. I don't have, well, let's see here. I've got one of these. A lot of times you would just want to hold your paper with something else so you don't get hot. But what I like to do is warm it up just a little bit and then come right straight down on it, because I find that the fine embossing powder sometimes will blow, so we don't want that. We want to get it hot, and a lot of times you can heat it from the bottom too, so it doesn't blow, and we might do that to start. So a couple ways of doing it, but let me just get this warmed up. I apologize for the noise, but you know, that's how we get to share and learn from each other. And I'm telling you, that's how I really got to get better and better at things. So you can do this, and you can start underneath, just to start it so it doesn't blow, and then come straight down. And just watch it melt. And this paper is very, very light, so it doesn't take much at all. You don't want to, and I don't know if you can see that, you just want it to get shiny, just really, so it's all melted. So I think that's good to go. So, and it does get a little bit warped, but yeah, it's all on there. But once you get it on your cardstock, then you're good to go. So we want to do one more. Let's see here. And I do them separate like that just because sometimes, and this one we're just going to put right above it. Like on the other one. I thought that really finished it off a bit. This one I like to put enough on. And then so what we want to do is just, and then let's see, I want to make sure I have this headed the right way. Okay, so we'll just put that on there, press that on. I do have a little bit of a sponge here that I can do. There we go. Okay. Doesn't show up very much, but oops. Then we're gonna just pour this on again, across the top. I know I can barely see it, but I don't have my glasses on. And you just want to tap it a little bit. I think sometimes, and then maybe just do it twice, just to get a nice good coat on there. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So I love this copper. It just really, I was really excited when I realized I had it in copper because the paper, you know, copper's not a really popular, I mean, you just can't find a lot of things in copper, but I think that just is gorgeous. And you know, you could send this card to anybody, you know, even to like a grandfather or, you know, your father. Okay, so I just want to get this one going. Again, here goes the gun. But the nice thing is, it does, you know, the paper is really a lightweight paper. So, and then just take it straight down on. You can see it fill in. There we go. Just takes a minute. It's kind of nice if you have your gun. I don't know if you can see the shine on there, but oh, it just adds a little bit of dimension and it just makes the paper pop. All right, now we're ready to put it on. So here's our inside, and then I like to put these together and then add it on there. I'm not sure what's on there. Sometimes you can just take your eraser if there's a speck of anything. There we go. And then just put your glue on your card here. Does that happen to you? Your desk all of a sudden starts shrinking? And I like to wipe that off a little bit because there is always a little bit of residue or powder, no matter how hard you try, or glue or something. So when I put this down, and sometimes I like to put it on paper, a piece of paper, and then you're not going to, there we go, scratch your page up. And then again, you just want to get close to each side. And what fun these cards are. I mean, I just start going through everything. I've got so many of them that I just started putting together, and I thought, oh, we're gonna have so much fun. Uh-oh, am I out? So there we go. There we go. Okay, so that helps it from. And then we just want to make sure we get this on this side. And then just, this really helps me, this grid on my mat. If I line it up, I can kind of get everything centered. So we just want to put this right in the center. And then again, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then we want to stick it on here. Whoops, went off the side there. And there we go. But this is a really fun card. I really like this one. This one just seemed to pop up. And again, just want to get it centered. There we go. Okay, so there we are. Another beautiful card. And then this one, I thought I would show you how I make a, so isn't that pretty? Very pretty. The copper and the copper. I wanted to show you how I make an envelope. I do make my own envelopes, not all the time. I have some that I've purchased with cards, but when I make different sizes like this, but this would fit, it does fit in a regular, this is like just a regular envelope. So was that one, but I thought I would do this in the same color because of the cardstock. It's not white. So if you have a envelope maker, I'm sure you really do appreciate it, because I do. It's so much fun and it's so easy. But you know, when I first, I had a smaller one. I think that on the back of this, I just could not figure this out. I mean, but now I know you only measure one time and then you just keep going from this mark. But this wasn't really, I wasn't really able to use this, but this one is so much user-friendly. And so what you do is you find your, let me get my glasses on. You find your envelope size. So this card is a 5.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5. So you just want to go over here and, I don't know if you can see this, but it actually comes out, let's see, what did I say? 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I always start over here at 4 1/4. Let's see. There it is. So it's an A2 card size. And that's what I used with this one, is an A2, because the cardstock was white and the envelope was white. But I wanted a cream color, so I thought, well, we'll just make our own. So what we want to do, for anybody who has never done it, it's an A2, so it's 4 1/4 by 5.5. So what we want to do is we want to find 3 3/4 up here, and that's where we start with our first cut. 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. So we just want to take one side of our card to start. And let me just put this in here. We want to start at 3, and so you want to put the end of your page here. There's 3 3/4. Let me just double check. Oops. 3, no. 3 3/4. There's 3 3/4. So it's the larger. Yes. So we want to start at 3 3/4. So you just want to put line it right up here at 3/4 and just all the way in. Okay. And then since I'm left-handed, they make everything for right-handed people, but you would just want to start here at this scoring line, and you just want to take it all the way up. So now that I may have to have these on for this. Okay, so start right here, and I just go like this, kind of light, and then come back and score it there. And then this has the punch in that already notches it out for you, so you just want to push there, and then you want to turn it, and then you want to line that score line, so you don't have to worry about this anymore, right up with this needle right here. So I put it right on it, and then you just score again, and you go around 3 more times and do it this way. But isn't that easy? But I just could not figure that other one out because it I don't know. And then stamp that there. Then you just line it up again with this line. So you only use that over there because it's not at 3 3/4 any longer. So, and then you just want to score this again. And this makes the right size box for you. Do that a little bit more. I noticed the other day I was making an envelope, and the score line wasn't showing up very well, even though this is really light paper. And then this last one, you just want to go right in there. Whoops. And notch that out. And then while I'm notching, I also, you can turn it around here, and then you can notch these out. So I just do it while I'm here, and it rounds them off really nice. I mean, you can leave them square if you prefer. So either way is very nice. Just want to get it in there nice and straight. That's the key. Don't get too much of a hurry, because I've done that and I look at it when I'm all done, and they're all different sizes, different ways, and then your pieces just pop out. So a great, great tool. And then it comes with its own bone folder. All right, and so then you have something that looks like this all the way, and everything's notched out very pretty, and it just falls right into place. So then you just want to go this way, fold these in. I usually start with, since this linen paper is not very fragile, but you know what I mean. You don't want to scratch it up. I always like to put a piece underneath. And then I go back and just sharply fold them in. Isn't that pretty? So your envelope ends up being just as gorgeous. And then there you have it. And then you have this one for the top. And you can finish this on the inside if you want. I have some envelope finishing pieces. I thought we would just maybe stamp something in copper, or you can just leave it plain. You don't really have to. So then what I do is I just tape these two. And so you just want to flip it. So we're going to tape these two. So flip them open, and I put them down here. So you just want to come down this side and this side. And then that will fold right up on there. So I usually just go like this, and down like this. And that way that gets that corner too for you. And then fold those in, and then just fold that up. Isn't that pretty? And there you have your envelope. And a sticky page. And then this just fits right in here. There you go. Very pretty. And that's still, it's a little bit bigger than this one, but just know with an envelope maker, you can make your own card, and that fits in there perfect. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was really, really fun to do. And I think that if you have any questions or you need any information, just leave me a note and click on the subscribe button, and I'll be back with another one. Thank you very much and have a great day. And just remember, every day is a great day for creating. Have a good one. Bye-bye.